In this series, we're going to cover 3 basic attacks from side control, 1 choke and 2 arm bars. Let's start with the choke. To attack the opposite collar choke from side control, the first thing I need to do is get control of the near collar. So if I need to open my opponent's gi, I will do that. Once I get control of this collar with my right hand, and make sure you don't control too high, because that's not going to help you. It'll only make him more paranoid about the choke here. Once you get control of that collar, I need to move him sideways a little bit so I can feed that collar to my left hand, like so. Once I feed the collar to my left hand, I'm ready to choke him. There are a couple of ways I can execute this choke, and it depends on the position of his arm. You can see that in the first one here, his arm is on the far side of my hip. If that happens, I'm going to sit up here. I'm going to use this sort of grip here. Alright? Now sometimes his arm is on the opposite side, like this. And I'm going to feed the gi, and I'm going to find that his arm is in the way. That's not a problem. Actually, that's an advantage, because now, after I execute this choke here, I can also, if needed be, apply an armbar on the near arm. When I execute the choke and I finish this sort of choke, I want to imagine that I'm cutting through with my hand. I'm cutting through with my hand. Imagine that I'm decapitating my opponent here. I don't want to think too much about pulling the gi up, because that will require a lot of grip power. It is much easier to place your hand on top of your arm and slide down to get the same result. There are other variations where you can bring the knee inside, but that's beyond the basic curriculum of our association.